Hello everyone, I'm Bhushan. Today I feel fortunate to talk to you about the father of modern India, the greatest Indian, and the architect of Indian Constitution, Babasaheb Dr. Bhimrao Ramji Ambedkar. It was the darkest time in Indian history. Caste system was prevalent in society. Depressed classes were at the foot of this society. They were treated as untouchable by the elite class of that time. Even occupations were based on caste. Depressed classes were given the most degrading work, like manual scavenging, etc. They were not allowed to drink or even touch water from the public water bodies. They were banned from worshipping their god and were not allowed to even enter the temples. They were forced to tie brooms on their waist, such that they would sweep the floor when they would walk on the ground. This was the most inhuman treatment in the history of mankind. Babasaheb was born on 14 April 1891 in the same section of the society. He faced similar inhuman treatment when he was being brought up. He knew that education is the only weapon through which he could eradicate this untouchability and inhuman treatment. With extraordinary hard work and dedication, he achieved excellence in academics. He started his career from Bombay University and later earned 2 doctorates from Columbia University and London School of Economics. Babasaheb, after completing his education, came back to India and started the biggest struggle in the history of mankind. He established Bahishkrit Hitkarni Sabha, which promoted educational, social and political improvement of depressed classes. Continuously, he was promulgating his ideas through his newspapers like Mukh Nayak, Bahishkrit Bharat, Janta, Prabuddha Bharat. In 1927, Babasaheb led the famous Satyagraha of Mahad. It was a mass movement and a march to fight for the cause of depressed classes, to fetch water from the Chaudhar tank. Later, he burned the Hindu text of Manusmriti, which advocated untouchability. And in 1930, there was one more milestone in his struggle, the Satyagraha of Kalaram Temple in Nasik. It was to fight for the basic right of a human to worship his Lord. This movement ignited spirit in depressed classes. Similar movements started all over the nation, and Dr. Ambedkar were now becoming the emancipator of depressed classes. Dr. Ambedkar was the only leader to participate in all the 3 roundtable conferences. He represented depressed classes and demanded for separate electorate, which were earlier given to other communities as well. British Prime Minister Ramsay MacDonald accepted the demand and awarded separate electorate to depressed classes. This was a great achievement in their struggle. Mahatma Gandhi went on hunger strike in Yerwada jail against the issue of separate electorate to depressed classes. On 25th September 1932, the famous Pune Pact was signed between Madan Mohan Malviya and Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. The issue of separate electorate was to the end, and the reserve seats were given to depressed classes in the Legislative Council. Dr. Ambedkar, because of his excellence in education, his thorough understanding of India's diversity, knowledge about constitutions, our country's present and foresight of future problems, made him the most competent person to draft the independent India's constitution. After independence of India, it was a popular belief around the whole world that a country as diverse as India will fall into parts. But it was the magic and success of our constitution that we are still together. Our constitution gave every individual right to equality, irrespective of one's religion, caste, sect, place of birth, gender, etc. Dr. Ambedkar laid the foundation of modern India. His immense contribution can be seen in many fields. Right from the formation of Finance Commission to Reserve Bank in 1935 was based on his thesis, the problem of rupee, its origin and its solution. He advocated no taxation for the lower income groups. He was in favor of gold standards, free market and continuous economic reforms. Dr. Ambedkar worked as the Labour Minister in Viceroy's Executive Council. He is the one responsible to decrease the working hours from 12 hours a day to 8 hours. He is the one responsible to bring dearness allowances, provident funds, leave benefits to labourers and employees in India. Dr. Ambedkar was the first law minister of independent India, and he is responsible for many reforms in our system. Dr. Ambedkar believed that the progress of a society should be measured by the progress of the women. Dr. Ambedkar is a champion of women's rights in India. He is the one who advocated and worked very hard so that women can get right in property, marriage, divorce, maternity benefits, and equal pay for equal work. He also founded many educational institutions so that students from all sections of society can get better education. Dr. Ambedkar took initiatives for establishing the National Employment Exchange Agency, the Central Technical Power Board, the National Power Grid System, the Central Water Irrigation and Navigation Commission, and many more such institutions. He played instrumental role in planning and establishment of multi-purpose projects in India. For example, Damodar Valley Project, Hirakud Project, and Son River Project. Dr. Ambedkar's contribution to different arenas from economy, defense, foreign policy, agriculture, etc. has changed our country. So if our houses are illuminated, our fields are green, and we can speak our hearts out freely, it's all because of him. His foresight has helped our country to tackle many issues and has made it to stand the test of time. Dr. Ambedkar studied Buddhism all his life and was impressed by the scientific and rationale of this religion. So, on 14 October 1956, he formally converted to Buddhism, along with millions of his followers at Diksha Bhumi, Nagpur. We are Indians, firstly and lastly. These words of Dr. Ambedkar inspire us to live with love, brotherhood, and compassion with our fellow countrymen, irrespective of one's caste, sect, place of birth, gender, etc., and work for the betterment of our country and its people. Jai Bhim, Jai Bharat.